Hello, I'm Paul Wells. The year is 1962, and I have 10 songs for you to guess. Let's begin with song number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that was Little Eva, the Locomotion, which is in E flat. For coverability, I give this a coverability factor of a renationalised 4 out of 10. There's a lot of difficulty with the fact that it's largely just one big wodge of sound. But it's got a few nice features. So I think one of my favourite features is where the lyric is, it's easier than learning your ABC. So that, the tune is on a ninth, and then it resolves down to a note that belongs to the chord, which is F. And then it's immediately followed with another point where the tune slides into the chord. So it's a nice little echo of that feature. The other big feature, of course, is on the word do. So that's coming on the 4th beat of the bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So just that little change in rhythm gives it a bit more insistence. Next, song number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dionne Warwick, Walk On By, which is in F. Coverability, I give this a pedestrian 7 out of 10. For harmonic divergence, I give it a very confident 6 out of 10. One thing to notice about this that's special, we've got basically an A minor 7th, followed by a G minor 7th. And I think that's quite an emotional pair of chords to put together. They're a tone apart and they're both minors. So yeah, by the time you've hit the G minor, this song is saying, this is twanging my heartstrings. I'm affected at a deep level about this. I would also say, so matching the lyrics, which is walk on by, in other words, ignore me, I'm going to do my thing, you do your thing. I think the music is echoing that with this. So basically what we've got is, in the left-hand bass, we've got an F and then a B flat. So the right hand is already some distance from the F in the bass. So it's making an extended chord, but that's basically an A minor 7th in the right hand. Now, right hand and left hand in a chord with each other would be doing So if the left hand is leading and saying, I'm playing F, the right hand could play F. If the left hand moves to B flat, then the right hand would move to B flat. But if the right hand was ignoring the left hand, it would do what it does, which is turns its head away. I'm ignoring you. I'm doing my thing. I don't care about your B flat. I'm going to insist on carrying on with what I'm doing. Anyway, nice. Next, song number 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that was Bobby V, It Might As Well Rain Until September, which is in F. And if you could see the weather outside now, so this is coming up to the end of July, we've only got August until September, and it's kind of looking like it will rain until September, so maybe this song is still having influence over the weather all of these years later. Coverability, I give this a meteorological 6 out of 10. It's got some actually quite interesting climbing harmonies in it. That's nice. That's unique to this song, I believe. Good use of inversions. So that's an F second inversion, and that's a G second inversion. Now, first inversions are pretty common, but a second inversion I always take to mean a degree of indifference. That's clearly not finished, nor is that. And I also think that echoes what's in the lyrics. It might as well rain until September. I'm not going to finish this off. I don't care. So second inversions sound like you don't care, really. Next, song number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that was Elvis Presley, who kind of dominated this era. Can't Help Falling in Love with You, which is in Delightful D. Coverability, I give this a gravitational 5 out of 10. It's nice to cover. It's got a lot of momentum in it, mainly due to all of these arpeggios, but the arpeggios also give you an opportunity to introduce some syncopation. So I can give the 4th out of 6 notes a bit of a push. Just gives it a nice feel, gives it momentum, as I say. Next, song number 5. And that was Brian Hyland, Sealed with a Kiss, which I just about managed to fumble through in F minor. For harmonic divergence, I give this a contactless 8 out of 10. Generally speaking, when a song has quite a lot of harmonic divergence, then it takes it away from the norm and actually makes it easier to cover. So coverability is actually quite high on this. It's just a little bit difficult because of the key, and I've only had a few minutes to try and pull a version together. Next, song number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that was Neil Sedaka, Happy Birthday Sweet 16, which is in a difficult D-flat major, but I somehow managed to fumble through it. Harmonic divergence, this gets an incestual 5 out of 10. This is an example of a song where the verse is way stronger than the chorus. The chorus is catchy, but there's actually a lot more interest in the verse. For coverability, I give this a just legal 6 out of 10. Next, song number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. That was Elvis Presley Return to Sender, which is in an E flat key, and of course, as usual, it's got a lot of brass in it, it's got a lot of saxophone down there. So yeah, a key close to B flat is obviously favourable for the brass players. Rhythmic complexity, this gets a rebounding 3 out of 10. It's got really excellent layering of the rhythms and the space between the parts. But from keyboard's point of view, it's a bit of a pig, let's be honest. It's difficult to keep it going. I do very much like, though, the way that the vocal line misses the first beat of each bar. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, return to sender. That's all you need to make a song special. That makes that song stand out from every other song. There are not many songs that don't come piling in on the first beat of the bar, or at least have a couple of notes leading in from the tail end of the previous bar, and then you hit it hard. But to actually say, no, I'm going to abstain from the first beat of the bar and bring it in on the second, yeah, that's quite iconic, yes. Next, song number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that was Susan Morgan, Bobby's Girl, which is in a Bobby B flat. Iconicity, this gets a faithful, thankful 4 out of 10. Obviously, it was a big deal in 1962. In 1962, people didn't just click on Spotify or click a download or whatever. You actually went to a shop, possibly queued up and parted with money. So for a song to be in the chart, people must have really liked it. So yeah, this was a big song in 1962. Coverability, I give this a combobulatory 2 out of 10. I'm not going to be covering it. It's really difficult, just because of the jangliness of it, difficult to get it to flow. Song number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that was Cliff Richard, The Young Ones, which is in G. Coverability, this gets a juvenile 1 out of 10. Basically, it's just far too simple. It's too simple a tune, as most of Cliff Richard's stuff is, but simplicity isn't your friend if you're trying to cover something. You need character, you need difference. Middle of the road doesn't help you. So, yeah. 1 out of 10. Next, song number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Quit while I'm ahead. The Tokens, The Lion Sleeps Tonight, which is in F. Coverability, This gets an endangered 3 out of 10. I think that it relies too much on the vocal accompaniment, and that makes it very difficult to transpond to the piano. Also, if you listen to the original, there are descants in there, and those descants are bordering on painful to listen to. So, yes, they did things differently in 1962. Studios captured, this was still the mentality. In the studio, you go in the studio and you do what you did on the stage. And yeah, we're still in that era. So lots of vocals, well, it's all live playing, but basically, yeah, a record is a version of what you'd see live. That's it. That's your 10. Please remember, the most important thing about music is what it sounds like.